Happy Saturday, my friends. I hope you're enjoying the sunny day with the wind blowing and the snow melting, these early signs of spring. Spring is probably one of my favorite seasons. I love the days getting warmer, and I love the signs of new life that can be all around us. I love the reminder that we get every single year that God is still God and in control, that seasons of darkness and cold can turn into seasons of warmth and light. We're in one of those dark, cold seasons, aren't we? A different kind of season, a season we never expected or anticipated. We're still getting used to the idea that the way we've always done things is no longer the way that we can do things. We're still getting used to the idea that we may have to reevaluate our work-life balance. We may have to reevaluate how we do education. We may have to reevaluate how we relate to creation and even how we relate to our God and to one another. You know, we hear some amazing things in these days as a result of this reevaluation. We hear about dolphins returning to the canals in Venice, Italy, for the first time in a long time. And we hear about things like the pollution rates dropping incredibly quickly in urban centers around the world. We also hear about people starting to answer the question, how are you, in a different and new and fresh way. I was talking to somebody just this morning. I said, how are you? And their answer was, I'm rested. I'm getting a lot of rest. What a wonderful change to the normal answer of, I'm busy. I'm so busy. I'm so tired. Wouldn't it be great if we had other answers to that question, how are you today? What if our answer to that question could be, you know what? I'm content. Things are good. What if the answer could be, you know what? I'm joyful in these days. What if the answer could be, I am so blessed? I would love if we could answer, I'm blessed, more often when people say, how are you? If we were more aware of how blessed we truly are. You know, there's false teachers out there that are trying to tell us that to be blessed is to have a lot of stuff, to have a lot of money. There's other people out there that simply misuse the word and they say they're blessed when they really don't mean anything at all. Jesus used the word blessed, and when he used it, it really meant something important. If you were to read with me in Matthew chapter 5, starting at verse 3, you'll see Jesus saying these words, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. You know, this is really great news for us, that we can be blessed in all kinds of circumstances. We can be blessed when we don't know what to do. We can be blessed when we're overwhelmed. We can be blessed when things are normal instead of always wanting more. We can be blessed when we're poor. We can be blessed when we're humble. We can be blessed when we long for justice. We can be blessed for showing mercy. We can be blessed for pursuing purity. We can be blessed when we work for peace. We can be blessed when we're mistreated for doing the right thing. We can be blessed even when we're mocked or even persecuted for following Jesus, because a great reward is waiting in heaven. And remember, others have been persecuted in the same way. This is not the first time in human history that people had to stay home. They had to quarantine themselves. They had to be careful. This is not the first time in history that our government had to say, there's things you can and cannot do, at least for a season. I think Jesus' words of blessing are more timely today than they have been for many of us in our whole lives. I mean, it's an amazing reality, isn't it? That for the first time in my lifetime, perhaps for the first time in your lifetime, we can bless others without having to add one more thing to our already busy lives. The irony is that if we slow down the pace of our lives, even though that's not without its challenges for many of us. I know some are facing financial challenges and other kinds of stress. But nevertheless, even in those kinds of times, we can experience greater blessing if we'll lean into the Lord and trust Him Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. I want to encourage you today. Ask yourself simply, how am I blessed? Ask God to show that to you. If you can't think of anything, say, God, in prayer, I want to know, Lord, show me how you have blessed me. Tell me about the blessings I've received. Teach me to count my blessings like that great old hymn says. And the other question I'd encourage you to ask is simply this: how can I be a blessing today? The answer might be as simple as staying home and staying away from other people. Or perhaps it's calling up somebody who can't get out, who's in quarantine or some other situation, saying, could I pick up groceries for you? You know, my friends, if we share the blessing, and if we share the risk of blessing and being blessed, amazing what God could do. Let me close by simply offering you a great blessing in the Bible from the book of Numbers, chapter 6. It says this: may the Lord bless and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. Have a blessed day, my friends.